So basically, we make, as I explained, the favorite thing of mine, which is lentils. We basically boil and cook lentils in this cooker.
Let's say that usually in Italy, the generation of our grandparents, in the generation of our grandparents, all the women were just housekeepers. So for them, it was normal to wake up in the morning, start making pasta, start preparing everything from the raw ingredients. And so we also my generation grew up looking at the at grandma doing this and tasting all this really good and fresh food. And so we also have this kind of feeling that it's something really important, because if a person could spend the entire morning cooking for you, I mean, because usually the grandmothers were cooking for all the family. So also for us there's still this meaning. I mean, we're not cooking all the morning anymore, but still the idea of an important moment for staying with the family, in the family, because most of the time everyone is working, studying, is somewhere else, but for lunch, maybe if not possible, but at least for dinner, you should come back home.
I'll start with the Dutch part. For Dutch people, the kitchen is, well, when we are in the kitchen, it's really practical. The Dutch cuisine, can we call it the Dutch cuisine? It's very practical. It's like vegetables, meat, and potatoes. Very typical. And it's very popular in the Netherlands to try different foods, different cuisines. Like Italian is very popular, Asian is very popular, Mexican is very popular, and stuff like that. So if you're a little more daring in the kitchen, you'll try different cuisines. And you spend actually as little time as possible in the kitchen. But as I told before, like when I come together with my family, with my Turkish side, with my Turkish roots, all my aunties and cousins and even my uncles and my dad and stuff like that, the kitchen and food is just such a big part. Like when we go visit someone, it's always over dinner or for lunch or even for breakfast sometimes. There's always food involved, and you're always doing something in the kitchen together.
So in Indian culture, we really respect food. For us, food is like very important thing. We believe like if we waste food, God will he will punish us or something, because if we waste food, it's not good for society, for environment, because there are so many people who are without food. And if we waste food, then people who really need the food, they can't reach that food. So it's really important.
La parmigiana is a kind of lasagna, I will say, but without pasta. Instead of pasta, you put this double fried aubergine slices. It's a typical dish, I think, from Sicily, by the way, from the south, but it's really known in all Italy. But it's one of the, I think, tastier that you can try. And this is for salted food. Instead for sweet one, I will say cannoli, Siciliani, or ice cream. The real good ice cream is something that, I mean, I can also just skip the lunch or the dinner just having an ice cream. And actually it's not just me in Italy, it's common.
My most favorite dish from Dutch cuisine is something that I'm not able to eat anymore because I turned vegetarian. But it was, we call it stampot, and it's the boerenkool stampot. It's with kale and potatoes, and you basically just mash your potatoes and kale together. And then we have rookworst, which is a delicious sausage kind of thing. It's kind of like the wurst they have in Germany also, but it's way better. And you just slice that on top of it, and it's really good. And from Turkish cuisine, that is really hard. But I basically love everything that is stuffed. Like we have stuffed peppers, stuffed tomatoes. And you can do this also without meat. And like stuffed wine leaves, sarma. And but my all-time favorite is stuffed eggplant. That's really, really good. And my mom makes it crazy good.
For me, it's lentils and rice. It's like staple food of India. First we cook the lentils in the cooker, and then we fry those lentils with tomatoes and onions, and that's pretty simple dish, but it tastes good, and it's the staple food of India. So